Bama fans, the QB competition is officially over. Five-star quarterback Keelon Russell has been named the quarterback. Let's get into it. What's up, Bama fans? So, man, everybody was projecting, maybe a couple days ago, people started warming up. Keelon Russell was going to be named. We wanted to wait till officially it was named. But it has been named. Keelon Russell is the star quarterback. I still want to shout out to Austin Mack because I think Austin Mack is a good quarterback. But you got to go with the guy who has the higher ceiling and the guy who he probably picked up on everything so quickly that when they sat down and looked at it, they're like, wait a minute, Austin Mack been in the system this long and he still hasn't beat out a guy that just came here. You got to put the better guy at the helm. You got to put the better guy at quarterback. And like I say, one thing about Keelon Russell, guys, Bama fans, I hope everybody realize we have a future superstar quarterback. I don't know if Keelon Russell will win the championship, but I do know one thing, guys. This guy gives us the best opportunity. He's a superstar. He can do everything. And I know one thing, Ryan Grubb, who's ever an offensive coordinator, he wants a guy that he can call anything on his play sheet and it can be done. He can call a read option. He can call, a swing pass. He can call a deep ball, the medium routes, mesh concepts. Ryan Grubb he has everything open in the playbook having Keelon Russell. Now, of course, guys, Keelon Russell is young. He will make mistakes. He will have growing pains. But I'm telling you, this was the best option. Coach DeBoer finally gets some stability at quarterback from switching from Jalen Milroe to Ty Simpson, having guys playing 1 year, of course, because they was older. Now you get a guy that at least you have this year and next year. Like I say, so, we have a quarterback you have some time to build chemistry with. And then, guys, I think Keelon Russell will have a way better team this year with him than the team last year Ty Simpson had. I know people, Alabama's flying under the radar, but the Bama defense Keelon Russell is playing with this year on the D-line is much improved. And then, like I said, I just think Keelon Russell, when you watch him talk, when you watch him in press conferences, the way the team, they gravitate to him. Ryan Coleman Williams said playing with Keelon Russell is like playing on Madden. It's like playing a game because this guy can do everything. He's electric. And like I said, guys, I think probably since Bryce Young, this will be the best quarterback since Bryce Young. Shout out to Ty Simpson, Jalen Milroe, other guys. But we finally got a guy that he can do everything. When Jalen Milroe was there, what was his struggle? The intermediate passes. He had a deep ball, but the intermediate passes. Ty Simpson last year, he could never seem to get the deep ball going. He was good at the intermediate passes. Now we got a guy, guys, that he can do everything on the field. And another thing, with the offensive line being new, you would rather have a guy who's more mobile, who can extend plays, who can create more stuff. If the offensive line, like I say, which I assume in the beginning, the offensive line will have time, they got to get gelling, get used to playing together. Like I say, so I just think this was the obvious choice. We're not at the practices, so of course, coaching staff, they got to do their thing. But I just think everybody wanted Keelon Russell. Well, let me not say everybody, because it was Alabama fans who said Austin Mack been playing longer. He has more experience. And one thing, guys, it's good to have experience. But sometimes you got to go with a guy he's just a better player. It's certain times, I remember, that's like Adrian Peterson. Watching Adrian Peterson when he was at Oklahoma, it was a guy like, look, this guy could go to the NFL right now. That's just how good he was. Sometimes when a guy is so good, you keeping him off the field is hurting the team. Especially, you got to think about it. Everybody on the staff, they're watching practices. So you think they don't watch Keelon Russell and they like, wait a minute, this guy's obviously the best player. They probably like, Austin Mack's a good quarterback. But this guy right here, he's different. And like I said, man, I'm just happy as an Alabama fan. This is good news, guys. Keelon Russell, he has all the tools to be an elite quarterback. Everybody let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know, how do y'all feel about our new starting quarterback? The season coming up tomorrow, I will have a schedule prediction out. So everybody subscribe, because like I said, that will be dropping tomorrow. Roll Tide.